Hey everyone, it's Miss Jude, and today we're going to talk about feeling grateful. And it's good to wrap up the school year focusing on being grateful, choosing gratefulness, because it's been a tough year. It's been a difficult end of the year, and when it gets tough, sometimes it's hard to remember all the blessings that we have, so we need to focus on that. So it's just a reminder to be grateful. Every day we look up into the sky, and if we can see the clouds and the blue sky, we need to be grateful for that. And we need to be grateful when it's raining because that's helpful too. Not when it rains too much and it floods. So the root of joy is gratefulness. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. And if you want to feel more joy and be a joyful person, then you need to increase your gratefulness. And gratefulness can be a choice. Sometimes we have to require ourselves, almost force ourselves to think about being grateful, especially when things aren't going well. Or sometimes we just get in the habit of expecting a lot of good things to happen to us. Some of us have a lot of privilege, and we really need to be aware of all of our blessings and choose to be grateful even in difficult times. This says, grateful for the small things, big things, and everything in between, which kind of includes everything. So sometimes we need to think about the small things that we actually enjoy. Maybe we don't realize it, but things like hearing a bird sing or going outside and feeling a fresh breeze on your face or um, saying hello to your family, having a soft blanket, little things like that. It's good to be grateful about those things too. So I'd like us to think about all the things that we're grateful for. Here's somebody who started writing them, and oh, they just came up with so many different things. And if you start to count your blessings and think about all the things you're grateful for, you could probably fill a page too. Even in difficult times, there's always something to be thankful for. You can always find something to be grateful for. We just need to take a moment and sit quietly and start counting our blessings. I sometimes think, oh boy, no matter what the situation is, it could always be worse. And so I know that things could be worse. So that means this isn't too bad. And we need to think about what we can be grateful for. And it's good to start each day with a grateful heart instead of waking up and going, ugh, another day. If you lay in bed for a minute um, and you just think about, wow, how many blessings do I have that I'm going to experience today? It's a good practice to think about what you're grateful for and to write it down. To take that moment to meditate on all your blessings and then maybe to write them down. So here's a person and she's taking time to be grateful, taking time out of your day. And she's thinking about all the things that she's grateful for. And she has a glass of water and a path. She looks like she might be a runner and sunshine. And these are all wonderful things that sometimes we forget. So for all of us, the number one reason to be grateful is that we're alive and hopefully healthy, whatever amount of health we have. Some of us have health problems and health issues, and maybe we're not healthy, but we have some health, otherwise we wouldn't be here. So be thankful and grateful to be alive and to be healthy. And almost all of us are thankful for our friends and our family. Some of us have complicated families and maybe they're not even healthy. But if you don't have a family that you can be grateful for, you almost always have friends you can be grateful for. And many of us have family members that we're very grateful for. And of course, we're grateful that we have a house to live in, a roof over our heads. We're not living in the forest. We can be warm and dry, and that's huge if you think about what would it be like if your family didn't have a house. And we all eat almost every day. Some of us eat too much, and we go to the grocery store, and where we live, the grocery store is filled with food. There's all kinds of choices, and not everybody has that privilege. So we need to remember, um, for most of us, to be able to go to the store and shop, um, and to bring that food home and store it in our house is a huge blessing. And every bite we take, we need to be grateful for. So I asked myself, what am I grateful for? And I asked the parents and the families and the staff, and people all wanted to say they're grateful for their homes and their families, and their job. And I asked them to mention some other things besides that so we could get some different items that people are thankful for, grateful for. So the first one is me, and I closed my eyes for a moment and I just thought, I am so grateful for Zoom because I've been able to communicate with my kids who most of them live far away. And I probably would have seen some of them. I probably would have visited some of them, but obviously we can't right now. And so for Mother's Day, they all got on a Zoom call and I can talk to all of them at the same time. So that's a lot of fun. I could see them. And I'm really grateful for this birdhouse because when I sit right here and work every day, I'm looking straight at the birdhouse and I get to watch the birds flying in and out and taking care, and that makes me smile. And I am grateful for all the grocery store workers that are showing up during COVID-19 and making the grocery store someplace where we can get food. And I'm grateful I've got a freezer and a refrigerator because otherwise we'd be going shopping every day, which is what people used to do a long time ago before they had refrigerators. But we can put food in there and keep it for several days, even a week. So I'm very grateful for those things. And Miss Dana said, I am grateful for having more time now to spend with my family playing games, talking, and hanging out, since we are usually all running in different directions. And I've seen this. Other people are saying the same thing, that they are connecting with their family um, because of the quarantine. And while none of us are happy about the quarantine, there is a bright side, something to be grateful for in all of this, is that we're spending more time with our family. And Miss Julie said, other than the normal stuff, I am thankful for the ocean, a beach blanket, and a good book. And she asked her daughter, and her daughter said she was thankful for roller coasters. Those are fun things to be thankful for. And Miss Patty said, I'm thankful for my pets. And my 11-year-old says his pool and video games. So of course I was thinking about dogs because I have a dog and I just lost a dog. But then I remembered that a lot of people have different pets. Some people love their cats. Some people have guinea pigs. I have a friend who has a chinchilla, and I have a student who has a bearded dragon, and people have birds. And I think a pool in your backyard in the summer is just a beautiful thing. And I know parents worry about their kids playing video games too much, but I'm sure that having video games to play right now has been helpful because you can't leave the house often. And Colleen said, I am thankful for my students and coworkers. I have really enjoyed my first year in transition. And while this is a picture from last year and there's a couple changes, it has most of the staff and kids. So I put that picture in there. And that's lovely that Colleen is working in a place and she feels happy about being there. And Miss Laura said, our unlimited car wash membership. Many of my students and family know that has been a regular activity for the Zakarski boys. It brings them joy and provides an easy outing to break up the day. Also grateful for good health insurance, Miss Laura. So this was a funny one and was cute, but something simple. And this helps Miss Laura and the boys get through the week is that they take a break and do the car wash and they really enjoy it. And Miss Laura is grateful that in this country you need to have health insurance, and it's been a godsend to their family. So these are for Mr. Jamie, and he wasn't completely sure what to say, so he gave me 4. So I decided to put them all in. And he said he's grateful for television. It was something that has kept me entertained, even though we are stuck at home. And I agree so much. I really love to watch TV. And he said technology, which has helped me communicate and stay in touch with work, friends, and family. Excellent point. We've used a lot of technology at work, and it's also allowed us to see and spend time with you guys. Number 3, he said vacations, because it's always nice to take your mind off work, just sit, get away and relax. And I agree with him. And yet a lot of us have had our vacations canceled. But I'm grateful that in the future, I'm probably going to be able to take another one. And then number 4, he said, my coworkers, not only do they make it fun and a joy to come to work every day, but they've also become close friends who care about your well-being. And I just put a couple pictures that I had of the transition staff. So there's another person thankful for people at work. And if you don't recognize that person, it's Mr. Rich from a long, long, long time ago. Actually, I think it was his high school graduation picture. So, sorry, Mr. Rich. I just had to be a little mischievous and do that. So, Mr. Rich said he's grateful for our transition families. They are the best. And I don't have pictures of the transition families, but I put this picture in again because it's got most of the transition kids. Krista said she is grateful for food and being healthy and having good friends. She is grateful for calling her grandma and talking to her. So I've got pictures of healthy food and a healthy person, and there's some friends talking, and then there's somebody with some sassy glasses like Krista would wear, chatting on the cell phone, and I'm imagining you're chatting with Grandma Krista. Brian's mom, Mrs. Flores, says she is grateful for our family. They are all safe and well. Grateful my husband still has a job through this, and thankful for the wonderful transition team that keeps Brian connected to SASD. So that's not a real picture of Brian's family. I just got a picture of a family online. And then that's not really Brian's dad, but it's a picture of somebody working. And yes, if you've kept your job and you still have a paycheck, makes a big difference. And I also am grateful for that. Um, this is from Nurse Cindy. I am grateful that I wake up in the morning and am able to enjoy another day. I am grateful that I am able to put a garden in this year. I am grateful that my granddaughter lives with me and has gone through quarantine with me. I am grateful quarantine is starting to open up. Scary but necessary. So I hear what you're saying, and it is scary, and I hope we'll be smart about this. And I'm glad you were able to spend this quarantine with your granddaughter. I haven't seen my grandkids in months because of the quarantine. So again, the best way to start and end each day is with a grateful heart. So before you start your day, if you think just for 30 seconds on all of the things that are blessings in your life that you're grateful for. And then right when you go to bed and you put your head on the pillow, if you list in your mind the things that you're grateful for, it's a very, very good practice, and it can bring you joy. Count your blessings. Focus on the positives. Think about all the good things that you have in your life, even during difficult times. Bye, everybody. This is the last SEL for this year. We'll be doing some for summer school. And congratulations to the graduates. And I will see you next year, the rest of the folks. Okay, take care.